All right, welcome back. Okey Samuel Mbonu, an international consultant and a public policy expert, is joining us right now. Hello, Samuel, and welcome to the program.
Thank you so much, Nancy. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. The network has really not been so friendly, but let's use this next few minutes that we have to speak about international investment policies. Can you really give me a basic idea of what this means, at least for people that are listening now?
Yeah. Well, when it comes to the inflow of international investments into Nigeria, there are obvious impediments that have prevented these inflows to be as consistent as they should be. And most of it is actually regulatory because there's a clear intersection of business and economics, of politics and economics, of policy and the economy. And at the end of the day, some policy, some proactive action that is embarked upon by the entity in charge, in this case, a government, would make a long, clear difference in terms of the inflow of investments into Nigeria. Say, for example, the Corporate Affairs Commission, where businesses are registered, whether they are foreign businesses or local businesses. This entity should be able to ensure that companies are registered in a matter of hours or maximum one day. Because in the digital economy that we live in most progressive economies, there is nowhere in the world right now in the advanced economies that it takes 30 days or 60 days to register a company and get a business off the ground. And so if some international company that has a hot commodity or service that they want to test out in the Nigerian market and are willing to invest in it, comes by, find a local partner, or maybe tries to register a company themselves, and they are not able to register a company in a matter of days at the most, then it becomes a drag on the system because there's other places around the world that are also waiting for those kinds of investments. No one has a monopoly as such over things or opportunities for companies. And if something like that, something as simple and as basic as that doesn't get reformed like yesterday, then the leaders will be shooting themselves in the foot
Okay.
because that's a clear failure in 21st century business regulations. And then also, when it comes to the actual processes of digitalizing the processes of an economy, you find that Nigeria also does not have sufficient data because the regulator regulated the telecom companies in a manner whereby they're pretty much getting away with what they're getting away with now. There is no reason why the regulatory environment in Nigeria for telecom companies should not be tweaked to a point where there's unlimited data for people and businesses and investors to be able to go in and do all the things that require data, which is the engine of the 21st century.
No,
So
Samuel,
those
can you
are
hear
two
me?
very vital areas that can be reformed speedily if the government of the day knows what to do.
Okay,
Now,
Samuel.
fortunately, no one has the luxury of waiting around for governments and for regulatory authorities to find their feet.
Samuel, if you can
There's
hear
other
me,
places to go.
can you
So
just
those
take
are
a break
clearly
a
some of the
bit?
impediments
Yeah.
that that hamper international investments into Nigeria.
Okay.
And then, on a different note, when companies have already determined that they're going to invest in a particular environment, in a particular country, there also needs to be special courts, perhaps because Nigerian courts right now don't have sufficient procedure to fast track resolutions, business resolutions. And so you find that, the whole idea of what happens in Nigeria now, where cases can drag on for years and years and years, whether there are criminal cases involving politicians who have money to string along the process, whether there are disputes between major investors and other entities on the ground. If these things cannot be resolved very quickly, then we're shooting ourselves in the foot, because no investor, what they're sold, will go and throw their money in a place where there's uncertainties when something go wrong. When some things go wrong, legal uncertainties are a big killer of any interest in investment environment. So these things are things that need to be addressed proactively. These things are not like magic or things you go and pray.
Okay, it seems the network, as you can see right now, is frozen. Samuel, if you can hear me, I think we have about 3-4 minutes to the end of the program. Let's see if we're still able to reconnect. So I've been speaking with Okey Samuel Mbonu, an international consultant and a public policy expert. We've been looking at international investment policies. My director is in my ear. You know, as I'm talking, they're also talking to me in here. So sometimes your brain won't, Anyway, we have just a few minutes to the end of the program. Let's quickly take a break. If we can reconnect with Samuel, fine. But let's also use this opportunity to go on social media, and you can follow us, you can like us, you can subscribe. Let's quickly take this break. We'll be right back. I'm with me, Nancy.
So we really have to keep thinking out of the box about how to get money to the least accessible in our society.
Everything has to be re-examined in our economy, in our health system.
We are also ensuring that government does not continue to manage this refinery, because government is not really equipped to manage refinery.
We need to come forward and do something different, so that we move from a situation of looking at things from purely a consumptive approach to a productive environment.
The government and the people need to really agree on the need for a departure from business as usual.
We are now on a process of recovery. It is what I call a bumpy journey to an uncertain destination.
This is Moneyline with me, Nancy Naji. It's so nice to know that you're joining us again today. All right, welcome back. We can't get Samuel Mbonu again because of the internet, and he was talking about it a bit earlier. I think these are some of the things that investors would also need to look at. How strong is the internet in the country? What is the cost? What is the penetration level? So I think those are some of the things that an average investor would look at. But many thanks for joining us on today's edition of the program. A happy Friday to you all, and a happy weekend. I'll get to see you all again on Monday morning, 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. Nigerian time on African Independent Television. Be safe, be secure. Also try as much as possible to be in charge of your money. It's Moneyline with Nancy, so you should mind your financial business, mind your money. I'll see you all again on Monday. Be the best you can be and be the change that you want to see. Bye now.